Hello, and welcome back to the next episode of our Baldur's Gate 3 campaign, playing as Siegfried the Paladin. In the last episode, we spoke to Nettie, an apprentice healer here in the Emerald Grove, and sought her help with curing our affliction. Unfortunately, she was unable to offer any meaningful aid with removing the parasite in our brain, and in fact the only solution she could offer, which was no real solution at all, came in the form of a vial of poison, which she made us swear to imbibe if we were ever feeling tentacly. Her master, the de jure druid leader Halsin, may be of more assistance, assuming he's alive of course, and that we can find him and save him from the goblins or whatever other predicament he might find himself in. We also spoke to Korga, the self-appointed leader of the druids in Halsin's absence, and she was, of course, not unexpectedly, completely immovable on her decision to eject the tieflings and finish the ritual. So we'll need to deliver that rather unfortunate news to Zevlor and see if there's anything else we can do to help the tiefling refugees. So without further ado, let's carry on with our journey here and make our way over to Zevlor. And that's the tiefling girl that we saved from Korga's wrath. So we should probably have a word with her. Hello, Arabella.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her.
You are most welcome, good sir. And could have ended badly. Keep her in line. Yeah, no, I'm sure you'll do that. But I hope we'll meet again under better circumstances.
Likewise. Arabella?
Thank you for helping me.
You're most welcome, you little scamp. Now we get the folk hero snake whisperer inspiration.
Not yours.
It's my job too. The druids don't care about us. No one does. We have to look after ourselves. That's what Mole says.
That girl. I don't care what Mole says. That was stupid and reckless.
Right, okay. Well, we get this reward for saving Arabella. Chimera's locket grants its wearer the ability to cast the Dancing Lights evocation cantrip. Worked carefully into the locket's metal back are the words, "Never dark again." Very good. Very good. Speak to Chimera.
Because of you, I got my little girl back. That's not something I'll forget.
You're most welcome. What about you, Locke?
The road to Baldur's Gate looks a little less daunting now that we're all back together.
And Arabella, any other words?
I'm never gonna hear the end of this. If I'd got that stupid idol, I'd be a hero.
Probably not. They would have known the tiefling stole it and probably would have thrown you all out anyway. But anyway, you were caught and you could have been killed. Kind of fear. Yeah, no, you were caught and you could have been killed. You need to be more careful.
At least I tried. No one else was doing anything. They were talking when the druids were getting ready to throw us out.
Thievery
Why
is
can't
not
we
the
just
solution.
stay until it's safe?
It's very complicated.
Stop. I was fine.
Your mother was a heartbeat away from fighting a bear.
Isn't that how Mum usually is?
Quiet, you pup. I'm not letting bells out of my sight. Should the druids try
Arabella.
anything
Yeah,
again?
nice. Right. Good little nickname.
Kellenvor is going to be busy.
Arabella's behaved herself. So far, a miracle in itself. Thank you again.
No problem.
We're not gonna be safe. Not now. Not ever.
No, you have to hold out hope. Any comments, Will? No comments? Gale?
How can I help?
No. Actually, Gale, I do think I have a magical artifact that you might be interested in.
Your enterprising approach to my problem is most encouraging. But it is a delicate process to keep my condition stable. I do not yet need to consume an item, but keep it close by. It will not be too much longer.
Right, okay. No problem. So he'll tell us when he needs it. Fair enough. That's fine. We can hang on to our magical
All's well,
items
I
for
hope.
longer.
Aside from the obvious.
Yes, all is well.
Fine. What's on your mind?
No, okay. I just realized as well, we forgot to cast Speak with the Dead on the drow that Nettie was helping Halson examine. We should go back and do that, just in case it has any interesting dialogue. It may not, but it's worth a shot. Hi-ho, Silver. Silver, of course, has nothing interesting to say now that we've already spoken to him.
At you.
Likewise with
But
these
says
rats,
nothing.
they're eerily quiet.
What's up for discussion?
All focuses on you, calmed in your presence.
Indeed. And wrath, okay. Let's go back here then. Alright, let's cast Speak with the Dead. And we'll have to be precise with the questions we ask. We only get to ask 5 questions, and then
The corpse,
the corpse
regards
will
you lifelessly.
stop speaking, and we won't be able to cast Speak with the Dead on it again. So, what can we ask? Who are you? What happened? Who killed you? How many drow out there? Where did you get your tadpole? Let's ask this one. That seems like a important question to ask.
The corpse remains silent. It doesn't understand the question.
Alright, of course it didn't know it had a tadpole. Alright, well, were you abducted by mind flayers?
No.
No. Ah, interesting. Well, that contradicts the theory that you have to be abducted by mind flayers to get a tadpole. That's also concerning, because it means there could be a lot more tadpoles out there. Or tadpole-infected people, I should say. Alright, well, where did you start following the Absolute?
Moonrise Towers. Initiation.
Okay. Interesting. How many drow are out there?
Minthara. Back at camp.
Minthara, alright. Back at camp, wherever camp is. And, I think I know who killed you. It was Halson, right? And, because Halson, or Nettie, I suppose, but you came across Halson and Nettie, didn't you? That's what Nettie said from memory. Who are you? What happened to you? Don't really need to know who you are. You know, let's ask who he is.
Ned Cyranus.
Ned Cyranus, okay.
Of the Absolute.
Oh, that
The
might be
spell's
useful
power wanes.
if we ever come
You
across
can ask no
Minthara, I
more
suppose.
questions.
Alright, well that's all we can ask, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's that. Now, while we're here, I actually just realized we should probably get Astarion in the party and have him loot. I say loot, I mean steal everything that he can. But let's just move all of Will's inventory over to Gale. And,
What's on your mind?
you have anything else to say? Any comments? We did already read this, didn't we? Yes. The parasite was nestled deep in the brain matter, illithid undoubtedly, yet the host seemed unaware while alive. No visible signs of ceremorphosis on the cadaver. Most strange. The final note is a single underlined word, altered. Anatomical sketches of both a drow and an illithid tadpole are accompanied by notes written in an urgent scribble. And we read everything else, didn't we? Yes, that's right. If you need to enter the vault, talk to Wrath. He has the rune but won't give it to anyone, so be sure you have a good reason to ask. Protect my research while I'm gone and take care of the animals. Don't give fish to Tuffet. She's getting lazy. Yeah, I did read all that, I'm pretty sure, from memory. Okay,
Almost pleasant traveling with company, if you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
what are the less pleasant aspects? Anyway, we'll send Will back
Well,
to camp. Go to camp
Are you
and
sure?
wait for me there.
The blade stands at the ready.
I'm sure he does, and he can stand at the ready
And
at
just when things were warming up.
I don't know. I wouldn't say they were warming up, but anyway. Now let's go grab Astarion. He can do all of my thieving. This is not our camp, is it? Why is our camp underground? Maybe it's because we were inside, or maybe it's because we're in the Emerald Grove.
Let's have a look.
I don't know. Pretty sure I went to the camp in the Emerald Grove before though, and it was still our outside camp. It must be because we're inside an interior cell, if you can call it that. Anyway, let's speak to Astarion.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Join me. That's what you can do. What do you think is waiting for us at Moonrise Towers? Okay.
Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But
Well, hopefully
maybe
not.
answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
True. Alright, I need you in my party.
Darling, I thought you'd never ask.
Alright.
Lead
Keep your, keep a cool head, Astarion. Don't let yourself go too crazy. Let's empty your inventory though. You're going to be overloaded. Just give it all to Shadowheart. And you can keep the rest. Alright. Because you're going to be picking up a whole bunch of stuff. I think we've explored everything around here. Oh, we've got some mugwort we can take.
For more?
It's empty. And some more mugwort. And nothing out there, I guess. That's the exit. Alright. Back to,
Time to kill.
no need for you to stealth
long road
right
ahead.
at the moment.
I need to find a way forward.
We'll go over here and speak to Nettie,
Your
keep her
desire.
occupied. Gale, you can come out,
With haste.
stand guard over here, I suppose. On the other side of the door.
No time to dally.
Shadowheart. Oh, you're actually
Let's try
over
this
encumbered.
way.
Okay, you can just come stand here too. Why are you over encumbered? Let's fix that. Let's give something from Shadowheart to Gale. Should be alright now. Yep, okay. No, she's still over encumbered. There we go, now she should be alright. Alright.
Don't
Gale,
make me.
put the door up. Astarion.
Hello.
Oh, actually,
All's well that
Siegfried,
ends
start chatting to
well.
Nettie.
Any word on Master Halson?
No word yet. Alright, and let's get to thieving with Astarion here.
Very quiet.
Drop a quick save just in case. So, what do we have here? We've got Halson's journal, which we will take. We have the notes on the drow parasite, his pipe. May as well take that too. A hastily written note. The Mind Flayer parasite specimen. The dissected drow, which we've already looted. The dagger. And that's pretty much it from up here. We've got a vase with bullywug trumpet next to it. Take. Suspension of bullywug trumpet. Very good. And we've got some books. What I'll do is I'll just take all of the books first, and then we will read them later. Once we've finished looting everything, probably. More bullywug trumpet. Don't mind if I do. Can't use these runes, unfortunately. We need the rune that Wrath has to put in the last slot there. Sightings record. Take that. I think that's everything. Stone slab.
They're going to see a lot to pick.
And there's no lock to pick. Okay. Anything in these stone tablets? No, nada. Bunch of mugwort here. Personal account. Okay, and we got a few scrolls from all of this as well, which is good. I did loot that already, didn't I? Yes. Okay, and the vase I think I looted. Cool. Alright, I think that's everything in this area. Unless I've missed something. Don't think so though. Okay. Onward. I think we're pretty good to loot most of this with impunity. Nettie's busy chatting to Siegfried. Okay, come back. Go this way now. $15 and a ring, that's not bad. I think we've looted everything there now. Cool. There is that exhausted bird, which has the exhausted effect. I don't know how to get rid of that effect. I had a look after recording the last episode at my spells to see if there was anything that removed exhaustion. I couldn't see anything. And I tried healing it with like lay on hands or any other healing abilities. That didn't do anything, so I'm not sure if you can get rid of exhaustion on the bird. Let's take Nettie's gloves as well, why not? Take her notebook. Right, I think that's everything from that side.
Certainly.
Did we get those vases? Yep. I don't know why it's not marking these containers as empty, but anyway. Stand up there. We'll get Siegfried.
Sylvanas, I just want my bed.
Yeah,
Any word on Master Halson?
Have Nettie face the complete opposite direction now.
Let's hope for gold. Okay. Take the healing potion from this side.
This will all be over. The ritual.
We'll get like right next to her.
What if they tried to steal from us? Again.
Alright, I think that's all we need from here, isn't it? Got that already. Cool, alright. Oops. Leave that on.
We might as well have lain on the ground and let them try.
Cool, alright, that's everything from there. I can stop speaking to Nettie now.
One day I'll catch a break.
Now, out here
Keep your distance, darling.
is another thing entirely, because there's a lot of characters around here to spot us. I don't think we can actually steal anything from here without either getting very lucky or using an invisibility potion or something, or just starting a big old fight. So we'll have to, I think we'll leave this area. What we'll do is
Subtle steps.
go here,
Have a lot on my mind
and
well,
I think this guy walks between here and the servants' quarters, so let's see if we can lock him in conversation.
Another outsider. Should you have an ounce of sense, you will leave immediately. I don't
Okay.
want blood on my hands.
We
have the right to defend our home. So that's what you want? To kill a bunch of innocents? I don't want to kill anyone, but I won't let this grove be harmed. Not again. What will the tieflings want next? Letting the Hellchild go was a mistake.
Alright, we can't lock him in conversation, unfortunately. So we'll just have to
You have my attention.
be
On my way.
aware of that and be careful as to what
Step quick.
we're doing. So let's drop a save.
Leave no trace.
stealing some stuff. 'Cause he will come back here, and probably soon. There's a wooden chest over here. I'd love to get into that. On the subject of Gond and progress, yeah, let's steal that. Alright, I'm a little nervous now. I think he's coming back. Yeah, he's coming back, so let's just chill for a second. Just look inconspicuous. Oh, okay. He actually has realized that stuff is being stolen. So let's just book it out of there. How did he know? So we just have to avoid him as a Starion then.
Oh, by Sylvanas, I just want my bed.
Because he's actually keeping an eye out for thieves. And has a sixth sense about it, evidently. Is he going to leave that room again? Problem is I can't lock him into conversation because he doesn't actually have any dialogue options. So I can't hold him in one place, which is unfortunate.
Which way to the nearest library?
Looking ahead. Another step forward.
What's he doing back here? Hello, Markaril.
By Sylvanas, another outsider. Should you have an ounce of sense, you will leave immediately.
Rude. Korg's chest. Oh, we should try and get into that. How do we get there, though? Guess we can jump over there, or... Oh, actually, we can go around. Right, okay. He's dedicated, I'll give him that. He's not moving. He's got the wolf helping him too. Alright, the wolf's coming out now. It's good. What about Markaril?
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Did I read all of these reports already? Shadow Curse, yes, I read that. Yeah, okay, I've read all of those before. Can't read the Grove Annals. Tainted with Curse, yeah, okay. Alright, so he's back. So we should be able to go back with Astarion now. Without getting confronted by him. And it'll give us a few more opportunities to do some thieving. Just can't remember where we were up to though. Oh, I guess that was accurate. We loot that wicker basket.
Stay low.
Come on, take that. Okay, can we go here? Yes, we can. America. I don't think we'll be able to get that easily. Alright. I think that's everything. Let's get our party together. In case there's anything good in here.
Quick and quiet.
Ooh, let's be quick because the wolf's coming now. Oh, quick, 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 quick. Okay, we are hiding. That is very lucky he's right there. But we did manage to loot everything. Let's just drop a save. So I think we're alright. Let's get everyone to hide
Can't give
though.
up now.
I'm ready.
Yes? Robes will get dirty.
Okay.
What to do?
Keep your blade close.
Let's have a read of all the stuff we stole. Helson's journal, a log of the druid's encounter with a goblin, detachment and a parasite-infested drow. I think we've already read. On the drow's death, a parasitic creature emerged from the corpse and attempted to escape. And he managed to capture it. Very good. Well, we've got it now. Mind Flayer parasite specimen hanging suspended in murky slime. The living tadpole looks like some hideous cousin to the slug, only gorged and slick with remnants of brain fluid. Ugh. And we can consume it. I don't think I want to eat that. It's a bit gross. Hastily written note. Yeah, we read that one. A wooden pipe worn with age and use. It still smells faintly of some exotic tobacco. Yeah, Wrath has the room. Okay, cool. What else do we have? Oral mysteries. Oral histories of Faerun, Gith and Mind Flayers. This thin tome is bookmarked with scraps of illegibly annotated scraps of paper. This book comprises several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 4, Baldur the Swift, 700 years of age, wood elf storyteller hailing from the Wood of Sharp Teeth. It took me several 10 days of quiet habitation in the wood before the venerable Baldur felt comfortable revealing his presence to me. The longer I stayed demonstrating I was no threat to his health and peace, the more open he was to gentle inquiry. This tale relayed to me on a chilly morning as we stoked a small fire between us was like none I had heard before or since. I asked if it were fiction, and he insisted emphatically it was as true as his own right eye. Long ago, before my eyes and ears, before your lonesome quill, dear scribe, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief, an empire of brain-eaters, soul-wasters. They called themselves Illithids, the flayers of minds. The children of Gith were bowed, bent in service to the flayers, a passionate people, made to serve a cold belief. The flayers were untouchable, their minds a great oppressor. No proud will or passion could break Gith's children free. Until at last a reckoning. Its source unknown, its power unproven, but its events history-making. The cowed would not be cracked. Gith's children fought back valiantly. Their freedom theirs, the flayers bent and broken till today. Interesting. 700 years old. Wow. Alright. Fringe Philosophy Volume 5, a dense academic volume, printed with no eye for design or delight. In Catheric, I see our failures made manifest. He did not fall, he was pushed. His grief was twisted by a shadow, and still we did not act until his light was all but snuffed. Okay. Missives of Candlekeep. This book is packed full of meticulously copied letters, preserving even the handwriting of the originals. A select collection of the most notable letters sent from Candlekeep. Many are dry reports of celestial movements or incomprehensible details of arcane rituals. However, this letter catches your eye. To the Sage Elminster. Over the past year I've delivered many of your letters to Master Gorion, so I wanted to be the one to deliver this sad news. Alas, he is with us no more. Gorion and his ward left Candlekeep soon after your last letter to him arrived. They departed in the middle of the night, but were waylaid shortly after on the road to Beregost. The Gate Warden tells me that Gorion saw to it that several of his attackers joined him in the next world before he was struck down. I hope this brings you the same grim comfort it brings me. Of his ward there was no sign. In some better news, I received your letter to the library and was able to find much of the material you requested. It has been carefully secured and will travel with this letter. Yours in honor, Tristan P. Shale, librarian at Candlekeep. P.S. I hope you'll forgive my curiosity, but might I ask, why do you need so much information about Balspawn? What exactly are you working on? Okay, that's interesting. Disorders of the Nerves and Mind, a treatise. A medical compendium describing varied mental disturbances and their treatments, by cleric-physician Glenn Earl Mack. There came to me a woman, whom I shall henceforth call R, greatly distraught at the unusual tempers of her husband, whom I shall henceforth call B. 3 months prior, he'd suffered night sweats, crying out from sleep that he bore the mark of chaos. 2 months prior, he'd taken to calling himself by the name Saravok. And 1 month ago, he'd speak of little else but the throne for which he is destined. I attended to be at the couple's farmhouse. He sat calmly at the table, an unknown book clutched to his chest. I detected no curse nor loathsome spirit upon him, nor the presence of magic. Yet upon shining the light of candle flame upon him, he raised the book high and exclaimed, "The deaths they bring shall awaken the Father, and through them he will rise." I snatched the book from his hand and flung it into the hearth, where it burned not in red or yellow flame, but pure black. It left but a single scrap, reading, "He foresaw his coming death, and seeded his essence across the land." B shivered and sighed, as if waking from nightmare. He had no memory of the book, nor the words he had spoken. Diagnosis: unspecified neurotic enthrallment. Treatment: herbal tincture of garlic and drace, sipped thrice daily until exhaustion lifts. Definitely sounds like a curse to me. Related to the book, I would assume. Soul Coins, a treatise. The red leather cover of this manuscript is stamped with a grotesque sigil bearing resemblance to a screaming face. Academic disclosure: this research was funded independently and conducted at a site in Avernus, the first plane of the Nine Hells. Candlekeep does not encourage or promote the entrapment of mortal souls. Soul coins, as a concept, are one of merciless simplicity. The sum of personal and magical essence, the soul, is bound into a minted piece of infernal iron and used as currency by devils in their cohort. They are frequently traded, for their value can purchase mercenaries, magical items, and even fuel the strange engines in the hells. However, there is a fascinating culture surrounding soul coins as well. I spoke to a devil who admitted she has one coin that she will never sell, for it was the bargain that got her promoted out of lemure status. She connected me to a half-elf warlock who had promised his soul to a coin after death. I was able to look at his contract, which is reproduced below. The next 50 pages appear to be a painstakingly written legal document in Infernal, with a headache-inducing number of footnotes. Of course they made lawyers in, demons and devils in hell. Sightings record detailed records of fauna in the area with detailed notes about owlbears. A long list of owlbear sightings, yada yada, with a cub. Yeah, we read that the other day, I think. On Death and Resurrection, a thin and pliable volume smelling faintly of dust. An excerpt from the ongoing metatext Rebound by Josefa Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Denier for her heretical efforts to reconstruct the metatext, her god's annal of lost and hidden knowledge. Of what value is a life? Far too esoteric a topic to warrant any serious critical consideration between these pages. Surely, or so it would seem, at first glance. I'm pretty sure I've read this before. Yes, I've read that. Read that one before, definitely. Magic of the Weave, an Introduction. Don't think I've read this one. A hefty book for beginning spellcasters, though mostly truthful, the author, clearly a wizard himself, seemed to possess quite a particular bias. Few try to understand the weave, a true pity, for only they who are truly attuned to the weave can rightly call themselves spellcasters. Thus comes the question, what is the weave? It is an essential element of the universe. It runs through everything in unseen threads. It is what makes magic possible. It is also, though I will not go into further detail here, the goddess Mystra herself. See Magic of the Weave, Mystra and the Spell Plague. The weave isn't magic precisely, rather it is the raw material form which magic is woven, not entirely unlike how a collection of threads is shaped and formed into a garment. Those with the necessary talent and skill can manipulate the weave and perform magic by casting spells. Developing this skill takes years of learning and constant practice. You might have heard of those who can cast spells because they are born with an innate connection to the weave, commonly called sorcerers, or worse, because they struck a bargain with an otherworldly creature, also known as warlocks. Do not be deceived, their magic is unpredictable, uncontrolled, and in some cases not even rightfully theirs. No, to truly know and manipulate the weave is an art, but those wizards who master it will know the limitless power and beauty the weave provides. Clearly that was written by a wizard. Personal account, an old brittle slate, reflecting on dark events and missed opportunities. It is unsigned. He was pushed his grief. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's the same as the Fringe Philosophy book. Isn't it? No. Oh, I must have clicked on the wrong thing by mistake. I guess we didn't read this book properly. The publisher's note claims this volume promotes magical theory too radical for the mainstream. This excerpt is attributed to High Artificer Thora Bryn of Baldur's Gate. I suppose they seek to silence me, believing that an artificer of the High House would not stoop to publish in any volume outside of the great Gondian journals they so diligently guard. But they forget that I am not so grand. Before I lent my name and my knowledge to the High House of Wonders and all the marvels therein, I was naught but a lazy farm girl who liked to look up. And that was how I first saw them. The slow and serene earth motes, entire mountains migrating through the sky above. It was later I learned of their origins, of the ancient Netherese empire that fashioned them, of the residual magic so potent it sustained them still. The wizards of Netheril carved marvels out of the mundane, lifted the earth aloft for industry, for sport. It was later still, after I learned my place at the High House, that I learned of the long shadow Netheril cast along the evolution of our craft. That their great flying cities fell in folly and flames does not diminish the wonders they wrought, and this stubborn aversion to studying them, to learning what they learned, is the very antithesis of Gond's teachings. Yes, many of the catastrophes inflicted upon the centuries were fruit born of meddling with Netherese seed. And yes, their last shining bastion fell into shadow, their lore twisted to Shah's dark and destructive designs. And yes, I say again, whether the High House will sanction it or no, to study the very flame of creation is worth it, even should the fires consume us. Interesting. Scroll of Color Spray, that's pretty good. We've got that one. We've got Scroll of Detect Thoughts, Scroll of Mage Armor. Not bad. A Brush with Evil on Hags, part of a series examining some of Faerun's more infamous creatures. This exploration on hags remains one of Suit's most popular works. An excerpt from A Brush with Evil on Hags, written by Elizabeth M. Suit. It has been too long, dear reader, since we last sat together. I wish it was because I'd been travelling far and wide, working to bring you more tips and tricks on how to triumph over evil. Alas, that was not the case, for I fell prey to a green hag. Worry not, I am alive and well, but I have spent the last 2 years in her service. One day I will share what happened in that darkened cell, but not this day. Instead, I come to you with a warning. We have discussed hags before, be they of the night, green, or sea variety, and how they are not to be trifled with. But even with all my research, I never truly understood what it meant to encounter one. Evil beings, hags rely on magic, deceit, illusion, and even blackmail to lure their victims in. I knew this. I repeated it many times to you, dear reader, but I did not realize their charm, their allure. I did not know I would come to love her, that I would yearn to please her. She strung me along, tempting me with my wildest dreams. I thought myself clever, that I would be able to outmaneuver her. I once bested a Glabrazu. Surely I could handle a green hag. And she let me believe it, until she sprung her trap. Hags delight in suffering, priding themselves on creating new and inventive ways to torment those in their care. And while I have escaped, I spend every waking moment in fear that either her or one of her sisters will come for me. For a hag coven does not let even the smallest of slights go unpunished. And so I rescind my previous guides to dealing with a hag, my suggestions for clever language and deceit. Instead, I offer these words should you ever encounter a hag. Run, and pray she does not follow. Right, okay, interesting. What else do we have? The Mortal View, Eyewitness Accounts of the Baal Spawn Crisis. This mass-produced book has a cheap imitation of Baal symbols stamped onto the cover. I'm pretty sure I read this one already. Oh, Saravok. Interesting, that name was what was possessing that farm person in the other one. Of course I remember, knew the second that girl was walking that she'd be trouble. Little thief, always in everyone's business, and that ward of Gorion went right along with her. Ah, very fascinating. Interesting, okay. There's obviously more to it that I don't know, but that's interesting to learn about. Oral Histories of Faerun, the Spell Plague, a cracked and well-worn volume showing passage through many hands. This book is comprised of several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 25, Cornelius and Temelius Worthywart, halflings encountered on the Golden Road south of Inolith. I met the brothers, or rather, they found me, in the lower pass through the Firesheer Mountains. They'd encountered a trail of golden discs along the path, and had resolved to gather and return them to whatever fool had more coin than common sense. It was to our mutual embarrassment, then, that I removed my cloak to reveal my patchwork yellow hide. It was molting season, I explained, and a traveller on the road had not the luxury to shed their scales in private, as would be proper. I suspect they knew too little of Dragonborn to be appropriately disgusted, and instead invited me to sup with them. Over a roadside fire, I learned of the purpose behind their journey. Cornelius: Lurin, my lad, our ancestral home. It was lost during the spell plague. Temelius: Weren't nothing lost, Con. It's not Nan's lucky Nash's, is it? It sank. Wasn't I there when the blue fire took it? Sure, what do you remember? You were knee-high to a gnome. I remember you crying. Maybe it was you that sank the place. Going back to finish the job? Watch that lip, lest I fatten it. Only a fool speaks ill of his homeland. Their brows were bristling dangerously, and so I diverted hostilities by speaking of my own people's ancestral home, the blighted world of Abir, and the 1,000-year tyranny of dragons we lived under, until the blue fire of the spell plague brought us to this world. Right. Another potato? Very good. Alright. Next up, The Lords of Madness Volume 4, Yinogu. This book of fine red leather seems ageless, but the smell of rotting flesh emanates from its pages. Of all the demon lords, few have made their mark on the world as firmly as Yinogu. Though his ravenous hunger is claimed to be a mindless compulsion, there is nothing mindless about the thorough insinuation of his presence in the world via his chosen, gnolls. But how are gnolls created? First, a chosen of Yinogu must do as their master wills. Kill. A hyena that then feasts on the corpse of the chosen's victim, and a gnoll is born of the glutted belly of the hyena. Gnolls thus born are hunger manifest. They ravage any living being, tearing body and bone asunder, leaving behind only bones. They care not for wealth or material gain, only to satiate their hunger. That satiation is itself an offering to Yinogu, funneled directly to him. Some might envy the gnolls for such a tangible connection to their creator god, but that envy would melt to utter terror as soon as the beast's rotting breath and wicked cackles make their way through the dark of night. If you should ever find yourself the object of gnollish pursuit, burn your corpses, cover your scent, and pray to whoever might aid you, for there is no bribing, begging, or reasoning with hunger incarnate. The Unclaimed, the sturdily bound story of a cleric of Shar whose soul was never claimed from the City of Judgment. In life, her service had been impeccable. Daily did she devote herself to the Lady of Loss. Daily did she free herself from the tyranny of memory. All in time was lost to her. Her relations, her preferences, even her own name. Upon the altar of her devotion placed she the ultimate offering, her emptied mind. And when she died, when she awoke in death and found herself standing in the pale and faded City of Judgment, she waited for the Lady of Loss to retrieve her. 1,000,000 souls and more passed her in colourless gusts, but no hand materialized in her hand, no voice whispered instruction in her ear, no guidance proffered itself from the bleached and barren sky. Time, immaterial time, passed around her like air, coming and going, and still the goddess did not come for her devotee. Kelemvor pitied her, as much as the Lord of the Dead is able, but could not intervene. This cleric of the Lady of Loss, unclaimed despite her worthiness, might yet have one more lesson to learn. That not of forgetting, but being forgotten. Pretty sure I read that before, but anyway, it's a nice story, so. The evil eye. If one looks at the eyes etched onto this cover long enough, they appear to blink. While the number of trinkets and bargains a hag personally acquires means that her powers will be unique compared to that of her sisters, hags as a whole can still be divided into 3 subcategories. Night hags, named as such for their ability to haunt a mortal's dreams, slowly devouring vital essence until the victim's soul can be trapped into the hag's soul bag. They are known for being petty, selfish braggarts. Sea hags, known for devouring their victims whole. Sea hags can terrorize and kill with a single look. They reek of fish and are incapable of making a proper cup of tea. Green hags. They are beautiful. They are powerful. Speak not a word against them. Interesting. Druid notebook. An aging notebook telling the fragmented story of an accidental death and a cursed blade. Ketheric is finished, but it cost us land. Yeah, I read that before. What else do we have? On the subject of Gondan progress, a faded letter printed in a dense, bold font. It appears to be an argument between 2 siblings, one a follower of Gond, and the other a member of the Emerald Enclave. I think I read that in the last episode as well. Or the one before. Yes, that's right. And the Grove artifacts are a register of druidic relics and their uses. The tablet catalogues various magical artifacts of druidic nature. One particular entry has been outlined. Idol of Sylvanus, a ritual relic formed from the wood and resin of an oak touched by the Forest Father himself. Pray to it quietly to reap Sylvanus' blessing and commune with nature. Below the entry, a chalked note snakes across the stone. So much more. More prayer, more power. Rite of Thorns. Sounds a bit ominous. What else do we have? The Emerald Enclave tenets, an ancient stone tablet immaculately preserved. The Elder Circle doth decree the greatest tenets number 3. The natural order must be preserved no matter its form. Forces that would disrupt the natural order must be destroyed, and the Emerald Enclave must offer aid to the weary and injured. Well, they're not really doing number 3 by completing this Rite of Thorns, are they? They're betraying their own tenets. Because they're kicking out the tieflings who need aid. That's very interesting. The Rite of Thorns, a scroll covered in intricate drawings detailing an arcane protection ritual. Interwoven prayers and incantations snake across one side of the page. Written on the other are instructions for performing the Rite of Thorns. When the prayer is complete, thorns and bramble rise from the earth, protecting from harm all who chanted it. Agate, half-torn note, a scrap of paper lined with furtive looping notes. The marks crisscrossing the page don't look scribed so much as slashed. Korga, swamp docks, tree, meet me alone. Oladan. Hey, isn't that the name of one of the rats? Interesting. Alright.
I can be subtle sometimes.
Does anyone have any comments on that?
Need something?
No?
How can I help?
No. Shadowheart?
Almost pleasant traveling with company.
No, you've got...
If you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
What, you don't like Gale and Astarion? I think they're alright.
Really?
Alright, what else do we have? We've got one more book. Faldorn's Canticle, The Shadow Druid's Doctrine. This aged tome's corners are mossy and alive with tiny insects. The book's spine is limber from overuse. The corner of one page is folded inwards. Balance is a myth. Where any clan treads, nature struggles. Unity is a fiction. Men of mere flesh seek only to tame beast and raise flora. We are the thunder and we are the rain. We shatter mankind and grow new life in its place. Right. Seems very different to the druid philosophy as enshrined in those other tenets. Secrets of the Shadow Druids. Gale is inspired. Alright, okay, so that's about Shadow Druids, I guess? Oh yeah, well, of course, the Shadow Druids Doctrine. So, evil druids, basically. Interesting. Discover and read Faldorn's Canticle. Yes.
Does this count as adventuring?
Have any comments on that, Gale?
What's on your mind?
No? Astarion?
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
No, no comments from you either.
All's well, I hope. Aside from the obvious.
Yeah, alright, okay. Well, let's go back to camp.
This calls for careful footwork.
Oh, I need to group everyone
Just
up.
out of view.
Go back to camp now. We'll drop Astarion off, but we actually need to get him to give all of his stuff to me. Actually, we've got a lot of stuff that we probably need to... he can hang on to all of the supplies. I don't think that makes a difference, but we'll take all of the ingredients, and I will take... Oh, just accidentally used one. Not what I wanted to do. I wanted to split the stack. Alright, that's fine. And he can hang on to the thieves' tools and all of that. In fact, I'll give him more. Okay. Actually, while I've got him here, let's sort everything by value. Let's give a bunch of stuff. Actually, what we can do...
No one back home will ever believe this.
Yeah. So what I want to do is change some of the weapons and items and armor that we all have equipped. But I think Lae'zel has some stuff in her inventory, probably.
What's
I
your
might
bag?
need to
What am I to do?
get rid of. So let's...
Still alive, so that's progress.
Let's give everything that you've got to Astarion. I'll take that. Or not. Oh, actually I did take it, but I put the scroll in there instead by mistake. Alright. And do you have any... Okay, alright. Let's firstly extract all ingredients. Nice, we unlocked some new recipes. So what do we have? We've got the Elixir of Arcane Cultivation. We've got Antidote. This concoction appears rather chewable, thick as it is with herbs and roots. The salts of mugwort and suspension of bullywug trumpet. Even the slightest sniff of this acidic tincture makes your eyes sting. Potion of animal speaking, potion of healing. Cool. And some simple toxin coating as well as an oil of accuracy. Alright. Potion of featherfall too. Cool. Weave moss. Very good. Acorn truffle. Okay, alright, I think we're good on that front. So, let's, yeah, we'll select
Wits and blades
Gale.
always sharp.
Or rather,
Still
select
breathing.
Siegfried and
Despite
speak with
everything.
Gale.
What's on your mind?
Remain at camp.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but I'll be here.
And then let's grab... Where's
No time
Shadowheart?
to waste.
Let's grab Lae'zel.
Speak.
Get her to join us.
It is done.
Now let's sort out everybody's inventory and their items and weapons and everything. So let's go value, or should we go type? Type probably makes more sense actually. But then value is probably going to be better at showing the strongest stuff first. Alright, we'll work this out. So Lae'zel has a longsword equipped, which does 4 to 13 damage. And we can give her a rapier which does 4 to 11 damage. But that'll scale with finesse instead of... Sorry, it'll scale with dexterity instead of strength because it's got this finesse modifier. I think her strength is actually... Actually, it'll only scale with dexterity if her dexterity is higher than her strength, which it isn't, so she can still use it with no problem, but it doesn't do the most damage of what we have anyway. We've got a battle axe, which does 4 to 13, that's the same. Although it has got one slightly different thing. It's got cleave instead of pommel strike. Lacerate, rush attack. Cleave is definitely better. Maim is probably also better as well, so I like that battle axe. That's a maybe. 4 to 11, not as good. Warhammer 4 to 13, that's the same. What does that have? Backbreaker, knock them down. Concussive smash, daze them. Weaken strike. Don't hate it, don't love it. It's okay. Alright, what else? Metallic gloves, strength saving throws +1, medium armor made from steel hammered thin. These gauntlets are a fine investment for any warrior. Yeah, we'll give them to Lae'zel, why not? The rest of her armor is all medium armor as well, so that sort of fits. Nettie's gloves, which don't really do anything actually. Doesn't even say if they're light armor. I guess they're just clothing. Hang on to them for the moment. We've got a bunch of daggers, goblin bows, hand axes. Okay. So what has she got? She's got a short bow which does 2 to 7 damage. We could give her the goblin bow is the same. Right. The crossbow does 2 to 9. Well, let's give her a crossbow then. Scale mail armor, that's not as good as her Githyanki plate, so no point giving that to her. And then some short swords. I think that's... and some javelins. 4 to 9 proficiency with this weapon. That's not bad actually. It's better than the light crossbow. Let's give her the javelin. Oh, it's a melee weapon, not a ranged weapon, really? It's a two-handed melee weapon. No, that's a shame. I thought you could use it as ranged. You can throw it, but you can't use it as a ranged weapon. Oh well, that's okay. She's got a torch already, that's fine. I could give her a hat. I don't think I'll do that though. Do you want to give her some grenades like the spiked bulb? Yeah. Not really too worried about that. Alright, I think that's fine. The ringmail armor, that's not as good. It is heavy armor though. Spell Thief, 2 to 9. I think we might use that on our character. Only does 1 to 8 damage with us because we don't have as high strength as Lae'zel, but we are proficient with it. It's not bad. Lae'zel won't get any use out of that because all this does is once per short rest allow us to regain a level 1 spell slot when landing a critical hit with this. Lae'zel doesn't have any spells, so it's better off on us as the paladin. Dragon's Grasp, though, that's not bad. 5 to 13. Deals an additional 1 to 4 slashing damage to burning targets. And you can throw it, and it's also a light weapon, which means it can be dual wielded. Interesting, okay. Great Axe, 4 to 15 damage. Wow, that's very nice. Does cleave, does lacerate, and prepare. Sacrifice 6 meters of movement speed to deal an additional 3 slashing damage with your melee weapon this turn. That's not bad. Let's give her that. I think that's better than 4 to 13, 4 to 15. Yeah, let's give her the Great Axe. Could she actually dual wield the longsword? Oh no, you can just use it with a shield, whereas the Great Axe you can't use with a shield. Okay, that's fine. She doesn't need a shield anyway. Battle-worn blade, 4 to 13. That's not any better than her longsword. And various shields, etc., etc., and a short bow. Yeah, I think that's all fine. None of this is better. Not for Lae'zel anyway. Okay. Alright, I think that's fine. So I think that's Lae'zel done. I don't have any cloaks or lockets or rings to give her, really. Oh, actually, I've got... Oh, that's not a ring. Looked like a ring. That's the Wyvern Toxin. Don't want to give her that. Oh, I do have this ring, the Ring of Colour Spray. I think I'll wear this, though. May as well give my character equipment and gear first before anyone else, seeing as how I can't swap my character out. Chimera's Locket grants its wearer the ability to cast Dancing Lights. Well, we'll keep the Amulet of Lost Voices, I think. We'll give Chimera's Locket to Shadowheart. Gloves of Power. On a melee hit, possibly inflict a minus 1d4 penalty to the target's attack rolls and saving throws. Also gives Sleight of Hand +1. I mean, it's perfect for Astarion, I would think. We'll give that to Astarion. What else? I think we're all good. Oh, we've got these ones. Gloves of Missile Snaring. You can intercept missiles from ranged weapon attacks, reducing their damage by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier. So who's got good dexterity? I mean, Astarion does, but I feel like this would be more useful on Gale, because he'll be standing at ranged. He's more likely to get hit by ranged attacks. That's the thinking anyway. And Astarion's already got those gloves, so maybe we'll hang on to those for Gale. But I think that's us done for the moment, and certainly Lae'zel done. So Shadowheart, you're up. You've got the Watcher's Guide. I'm pretty happy with you having that. Your shield is as good as we can get it. Now you can wear... You're not proficient with heavy armor. You are proficient with medium armor. And this one's actually slightly better than your chain shirt. So let's give you that for the moment. As for your melee weapon, I feel like we'll just leave you with the Watcher's Guide. You're proficient with it, it's decent. I don't see any reason to change that to something you're not proficient with, even if it does slightly more damage. Getting the True Strike is quite good. 2 to 9. And she's going to use spells a lot anyway, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. I think we leave it as is, and we'll leave you with the light crossbow doing 2 to 9 damage. I don't think you'll get better than that. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah. That's all. No complaints. Very good. And you've got your circlet. Okay. Alright, that's Shadowheart done. Astarion. What do you have? No helmet, no cloak. You've got a short bow which does 4 to 9 damage. Or you could use a light crossbow which does 4 to 11. So I'll give you the light crossbow. That's an obvious upgrade there. Goblin scimitar, but you're not proficient with that. Longsword, 0 to 9. Great club, 0 to 7. I think because they all scale with strength, and his strength is low. His dexterity is good though, so he should be using finesse weapons. Pike, 0 to 9. Actually, is Shadowheart any good with the pike? 2 to 11. It's quite a bit more. It's two-handed though, so she wouldn't be able to use a shield. It's alright. Leave her as is, I think. As for armor for Astarion, he can only wear... I think he can only wear leather armor, isn't it? Or can he wear medium armor? Oh, he can wear medium armor. Do I have any more medium armor though? I don't think I do. Oh no, he's not proficient with medium armor. Okay, alright, fair enough. It must be, when I'm looking at it in Shadowheart's inventory, it must be telling us what she's good at, not what Astarion's good at. You have to select the character, and then it will tell you what they are or aren't proficient in. So, alright. His armor's probably fine then, because 11 is the same as this one, and it retains his unique look. As for weapons though, I'm sure we can do better. Javelins. Where are all the daggers? Ah, here they are. 4 to 7, 4 to 7. They're all doing 4 to 7. And what's the ability they have? Piercing strike. Gaping wounds for 2 turns. Okay. Hand axe is 0 to 5. That's 1 to 9. Short sword 4 to 9. That's better than the daggers. And that has flourish and piercing strike. So why would I ever use daggers if I can use short swords? It's light. I guess you can't throw the short sword, but who cares? Let's give him 1 short sword, and let's give him 2 short swords. You can dual wield those. Why not? I think that's all good. Not is anyone proficient with musical instruments? No. Also not. Alright, well, I'll just equip it then, even though I'm not proficient with it. That looks a bit silly. Take that off. Change my mind. If we ever get a bard, then we'll give it to the bard, but until then, I'll probably just sell it. Alright, I think that's Astarion done then, isn't it? Oh, we can give him a torch. There you go. Take a torch, Astarion. Right. Okay. Now, can I take all the stuff in his inventory that he doesn't need and give it to... give it to me? Can. I'm greatly exceeding my carrying capacity. I'll give the rest to Shadowheart. And let's sort inventory by type. Because we are going to leave Astarion here. We're going to leave Lae'zel here. I and we're going to grab Gale and who's the other chap?
Worth talking to, perhaps.
Will, and then go speak to Zevlor.
Speak. Shook. You believe you can
Yes,
survive,
remain
as you
here.
say.
Quit arguing about it.
All right. What now?
Gale,
What's
you're up.
on your mind?
Join me, why don't you? There's plenty of adventure to be
With
had.
pleasure. Lead on.
Wunderbar.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yes, okay, and maybe
Lost
you can
in
go
thought.
speak to
Certainly.
Astarion on my behalf and tell him to wait here at camp.
Yes? Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special.
Well, you've just stolen a little
I
too much.
guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here. Well, you do all the hard work.
So better you just
It sounds awful.
keep out of sight and out of mind for a little bit,
Salutations.
and then we'll
Let us confer.
pick up Will.
Well met. That's the spirit.
Alright, and now let's just sort out their inventory. So, sort by type. So, as for Gale, what do we have here? Let's give him the gloves of missile snaring. Dragon's Grasp, he's not proficient with that. He's not proficient with a lot of things. The Quarterstaff he is, but it's no better or worse. The Pike, he actually is proficient with that. 0 to 9 damage. Gives him extra reach. Let's give him the Pike. I mean, it makes more sense, I suppose. Geez, he's not proficient with a lot of things. I mean, he is a wizard, I guess. We're not really going to be using him in melee too much, but just in case. I suppose I could give him a shield. Actually, maybe let's do that rather than the pike. Let's give him some more armor class. We'll have to unequip the pike. Let's give him the spiked shield. That looks kind of cool. Or we could give him a studded shield, I suppose, or a wooden one. That looks very boring. That's like Shadowheart's shield. I don't know, I'll make my mind up on that in a bit. In terms of armor though, he's not proficient with that, or medium, but he is proficient with light armor, and the leather armor is one armor class better than his robes, so let's give him that. I don't think that impacts his magic abilities either. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't think it does. What else can we give him? Right, let's see here. Is he any good with ranged weapons? No, he's not proficient with short bows. Daggers he's not bad with, 2 to 5. Let's see, longsword, light crossbow he can use, 2 to 9. Okay, give him that. Not that he'll need it much, I would think. Ritual staff, 0 to 7, rapier 2 to 9, javelin, longsword, morning star. Alright, he's really not proficient with any of this stuff. That's okay. Alright, let's give him the ritual staff. That looks kind of funny. Alright, you know what, actually let's give him the ritual staff with the spiked shield. There you go. He's now our kind of shaman character. Cool, that's fine. Will, what's up with you? You are wearing light armor, which has the same armor class as all our other light armor, so no improvement on that front. 2 to 5 with daggers, 2 to 7 with the goblin bow. I don't think I have any more crossbows to give, unfortunately. I suppose I could give you this one instead of letting Gale have it. 2 to 9, it really doesn't make too much of a difference, actually, to be honest. What else? long swords, Morningstar, polished dagger 2 to 5. That's the same as a regular dagger. Rapier 2 to 9, which is the same as what you've already got. Fair enough. And short swords and short bows. Well, we'll give you a short bow just so you've got something. Let's just sort by type again. Don't think there's anything else I can give to Will. Could give him a shield to give him some armor class. I think I may as well. I don't think he has any bonuses yet for just using the rapier without using a shield, so may as well give him a shield. Do we have any other weapons here that might be useful? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright, I think that's fine. Let's crack on with our journey then. Let's consolidate our gold first. And we'll just sort by type. We need to sell a lot of this stuff, obviously.
No one's stopped me yet.
A lot of it's just junk. But let's leave camp.
What's on your mind?
Nothing much. Alright, we are so over-encumbered we can't even move. So, let's give some of these things to Gale. And some more of them to Will. Alright, now we should be able to move. Cool, alright. Let's go, guys. Actually, can we confront...
I want to have a word.
To more Krill.
By Sylvanus. Another.
Oh, yeah. I want to see if we can confront anybody about... Let's drop a quick save just in case. Any of these rats. Oladan.
The rat watches your movements, but... The rat glare.
No. What about Korga?
Why are you here?
Nope,
I sent you to...
Can't confront her yet. I guess we need to go meet whoever that person is in her note before we actually have any evidence of use. What about Wrath?
This will all be over.
I wish I could offer more assistance. For now, I must keep a close watch on Korga. I hope to see both you and Halsin again soon.
I like his helmet. Very druidic looking. Alright, what about Nettie? I doubt she'll have anything to say. She seems to be in her own little world back here. But let's just ask her anyway.
Any word on Master Halsin?
No, not yet. Okay, alright, let's go. Okay.
Show some dignity and leave. You've burdened this place with your troubles long enough.
Have I?
See to your business here.
Go, out.
Show some dignity.
Whatever,
To
Jayona.
look after ourselves. That's what Mole says.
That girl. I don't care what Mole says. Stupid.
Oh yeah, I need to get a star and to loot all these chests. I forgot about that. But let's go. Actually, maybe let's go sell a lot of this junk that we've got to start off with. Sell it all to Aaron here.
Need anything else?
I just want to see
Of
your
course,
wares, my
but please,
man.
remember, you're not the only one in need.
Actually, I wonder if I can charm him and then barter with him.
Sylvanus.
Who had the charm spell again? I think it was actually a star.
Ready. Sharp as ever.
Lord, maybe I have to prepare it. Oh. Wait, why is Shadowheart here? That's odd.
I must keep going.
Oh, for some reason she wasn't grouped. Oh, right, because I had left the group ungrouped before I went to the camp. And then I dropped Lae'zel and Gale, dropped Lae'zel and Astarion, added Gale and Will, so they grouped with Siegfried, but Shadowheart did not, so she got left behind. Didn't even notice. But let's catch her up with the rest of the party. And while she's running over, let's have a look at her spellbook here. Does she have charm? Someone should have charm. Calm emotions. Maybe it is Astarion.
Quite ready for you.
Yeah, it must be Astarion. Alright, that's fine, doesn't really...
Let's move.
Not gonna make too much of a difference. Let's group everyone together.
Need anything else?
Yes,
Of
wanna
course.
see your wares.
But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
Indeed, I'm sure I'm not. Alright, we've got a lot of a lot of crap to sell. Is there a button to just sell anything that's not useful for quests? No. Trade. Equipment, consumables, magical ingredients. Trade, I'm sure trade just sells it for... Sell wares. I haven't marked anything as wares. Alright. Just add stuff then. Just add all the junk first. All the heavy, less valuable junk. Is it going to make me... Oh, I can just drag it over, can't I? That's easier than double clicking. Can I just... can I control click? Shift click? No. Okay, I've got to do it one at a time. So for anything that's a single stack, I can just double click. Double stacks, I've got to drag. I don't want to get rid of things that are actually useful though. God, I have so much crap. Do we need rope? Oh, that's wispweed. Probably should keep wispweed. I need to put all that in my alchemy pouch though. Probably should hang on to rope, you never know when that could be helpful. I'll keep the ball as well. Actually, I'll just get rid of the ball. Keep the Eldritch tablets though. Halsin's pipe I'll hang on to. So maybe I'll keep the ball. If we ever come across a dog, maybe that will come in use. Mortar and pestle, mug. Plate, more rope. Why is that rope different from this rope? Just sell that one. Stuffed bear. This bear, oft torn and repaired, seems one good squeeze away from crumbling into molded stuffing and threadbare patchwork. Just get rid of that. With a chisel set. Alright, now can I only sell like 9 copies instead of all of them? 327. He's only got 637 gold, so I need to bear that in mind as well. Come on. There we go. We'll come back to the books, maybe. Silver necklace, bronze, burnished. Silver locket. Hang on to Nettie's gloves, leather boots I can get rid of, peridot ring. sell that too. Sell one shovel. I'll keep the antidote, I'll keep the rotten chicken eggs. Wait, actually no. Why would I keep the rotten chicken eggs? Sell that, sell the cheese, sell the carrot. Okay. I think that's alright. Okay, let's just get rid of these excess books I have. Cool, alright. I think that's all good. Do I need so many backpacks and pouches? Probably not, I'm not really using all of them. Let's balance that trade. 565 gold. Could get some of these things. What's that? Medium armor. Do I want balsam, weave moss, acorn truffle? Yeah, I think let's get... give all this gold back, because I'll balance the trade out again. Bunch of horseradish, cabbage, belladonna, myrgrass, mugwort, leather helmet, dexterity saving throws. Don't think I really need that. Arrow of ice. Don't have one of those, that could be useful. Got an arrow of fire and acid. Arrow of lightning, don't have one of those either. Could also be useful. That's quite expensive. Oh, it's not that bad actually. Alright, that's fine. Arrow of darkness. Rain dancer. What is that? That is a quarterstaff. That would be good for Gale, actually. And the ring of flinging would just be good in general. Do I want to buy these, or do I want to try and steal them with Astarion? That's the bigger question. So some of these are quite expensive. Well, we get 445 gold. It's not so bad. Now we could sell all of our gems. If we sell all of our gems, where does that put us? I presume these aren't used for anything other than to make money, right? Hopefully, anyway. Oh, I didn't realize I'd kept all these bones for no reason. And all these bottles. Okay, I think that's everything now. That puts us at 881. So let's buy a ring of flinging, rain dancer, chain shirt, medium armor with 14 armor class. Could Shadowheart use that? I'll get the padded light armor as well, maybe. We'll get only 271 gold for that, but that's okay. We can maybe steal the rest of the gold. Then we're losing value, aren't we? Right. Better to take the gold and steal the items. I guess at the end of the day, the same amount of value would change hands, right? Yeah. Alright, that's fine. We can steal the gold later if we need it. I think that's all good. Let's barter for that.
Sylvan.
Yep, no worries. Now, you've got padded light armor. You've got scale mail, which is 14 disadvantage on stealth checks. So what was the one that he
Need anything else?
had for sale?
Of course. But please, remember.
You take one less slashing damage. Alright, let's buy it. Give it to, give it to Shadowheart. Where is she? There she is. Very good. And Will, we bought some other armor for him. Padded armor, he can have that. Or should I give that? Maybe I'll give that to Gale. I'll leave Will with his regular armor. Oh, I still have all of this crap to sell. So there is more stuff. Forgot about that. Because it's not in... It wasn't in my inventory, it was in... it was in these guys' inventory. Yeah, come here. We might actually have more stuff than the vendor has money. Should be bad. We can't actually take any more at the moment. Okay, can I sort by type again? Yeah, I've actually got a lot of crap. We can give this to Gale. Zero to 7, so it's slightly better than 0 to 5. How come it's gone down? 0 to 7, 0 to 7, 0 to 5, so it does slightly less because he's wielding it only with one hand. But he gets more armor class. I think I'd rather have the armor class, right? Like, anyway, now that he's not using the goblin shield, maybe I'll just give him a regular studded shield rather than a silly looking goblin one. Alright, let's sell the rest of the stuff then.
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
Alright, wooden shield, scale mail. God, I've got so much crap. He is definitely going to run out of gold. Are there any other traders? Oh, there was the smith down at, oh, that's too much. That's too much. There you go, 617. Don't really need anything else from him, so we'll just take his gold. That'll do. Alright.
Sylvanus be with you.
Let's go down then to the smith. We might also have some stuff we want to buy.
I need a quick word.
Zoro?
We should be getting drunk at least. It's no fun waiting for death sober.
Yes, yes, okay.
Doesn't taste half bad.
Let's speak to Damon here. Actually, before we do that, let's move the rest of the stuff over. God, I've got so much. I didn't realize how much I had. Even books, I've got more bloody books. That's too much now.
How long until Roland shows off into Thunderwave?
Actually, Gale has none. Let's give him 2. Alright. Where is he? Come here, Damon.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Yes, let me see your wares. Time to buy all the random crap that I've got. I'll hang on to the supply packs. Silver ingots, I'll keep those for the moment. Grease bottle, actually I'll keep those too. Okay, let's sell 8 of those. What else? How much gold does he have? Only 445. Okay, oh, we'll keep that because that's Shadowheart's original armor. Sell these hats. Actually, I'll keep one simple robe because that was what Gale was wearing as well. The rest of this stuff I can sell. I'll just put it all in there and then we'll see what we can buy from him to make up for any shortfall. Okay. I think that's everything. Covered everything. Get rid of the torch. Alright. Oh, the ringmail armor. Yeah, that is actually one armor class better than my scale mail of devotion. Body aid gain a +1 bonus to strength saving throws and checks. I might actually have to wear that. But let's first sort this out. So we've also got the safeguard shield, which is +1 to saving throws. Grab that. We've got the hunting shortbow. Feller of monsters, you have advantage against monstrosity type enemies. Hunter's mark. Light hammer. Weapon enchantment +1. Arrow of Ilmata. Does necrotic damage. Prevents the target from regaining hit points. Chain shirt. Shadowheart's already got that. Shortbow. It's just an enchanted version, I think. Same with that one. Oh, actually, that one is actually decent. Hunter's mark. Might be worth giving that to Will. Halberd +1, 5 to 14 damage. It's a two-handed weapon. And the hand crossbow, which is just also quite usual. It's just enchanted. Alright, I think that is probably all I need from them. We've also got the metallic gloves and the leather gloves. Metallic is medium armor. Do we have anyone that needs those? I guess I could use them. Yeah, alright, I'll grab those. I'll use those. And metallic boots. Sure, I'll take those as well. Rapier does 4 to 11 damage. Trident. Helmet. I'll take the helmet. 16 armor class. What? Oh, that's heavy armor. That's actually better than the ring mail armor. But it doesn't have the body aid. We have a mace, hide armor, padded armor. And some dyes. Okay. And now we're only getting 89 gold. That's alright. Okay, let's take all that.
I'll talk to the guards at Baldur's Gate.
Let's equip metallic gloves and boots and helmet. Nice. And do we want to change our... our armor. Currently we've got this one. AC bonus from dexterity is limited to +2. So our AC currently is 15. If we put the ringmail armor on, it goes up by 1. Because our dexterity is nothing too fantastic, so it's probably as worthwhile us wearing the additional one. I'll keep the scale mail of devotion though. That's our private armor. So let's send that to camp, send that to camp, and we'll send that to camp. And then all of these books that aren't, or that don't look like they're quest items anyway. Book of the Dead Gods I'll hang on to. Send all of those to camp. Collection of entries, yeah, that's fine. I've actually got 2 on deaths and resurrection. I'll sell that one. I've got 2 of those as well. Okay, let's sell this one. Alright. The rest of this we can just hang on to, I think. Let's extract all my ingredients.
I am not grumpy. Scowl on your face.
And let's give this to Shadowheart. There you go, that's a nice looking shield, that looks cool. The hunting shortbow we'll give to Will. And the ring of flinging, I'll just equip that. I think the rest is good. Okay. Back to the mall.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Alright, let's just sell all the silver ingots then. They're worth 50 each, is it? Right, okay, whatever. What else do we have to sell?
How many people are dumb enough to ask?
The unclaimed, mortal eyewitness, death and resurrection. Those are the 3 that I had extras of. Studded shield, leather helmet, leather boots, and leather gloves, a javelin, and a short bow. The rest I think we'll keep. Alright, I think that sorts out most of our inventory, thankfully. Yeah, I don't think we need anything else. Wait, how did he get the ringmail armor? I must have always had an extra one. Alright, that's fine. Very good. Excellent, okay.
Damn druids.
Let's go speak to Zevlor.
I'll give it a shot.
And then we'll probably wrap it up there. Sure, I've got my melee weapon equipped.
I applaud your taste.
Likewise for Will. I think
There is
Shadowheart's
work
already got
to
it.
do.
Cool, okay.
If not over, then through.
Hello, Zevlor.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child.
Most welcome.
If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it?
Can you delay the ritual?
You saw what they were willing to do to a child just for trying. It's Korga's influence. Without her twisting things, I believe the druids might see sense.
Then why don't you get rid of her? Oh, that sounds a bit sinister. I won't go with that. Yeah, no, you need to cut your losses and run. I'll help.
It's good of you to offer, but there's a whole army of goblins out there. We'd need an army of our own to escort us safely to Baldur's Gate. And while I don't doubt your abilities, you're no army. There may be a way, though. Goblins are ill-disciplined. It's unlike them to organize so cleverly.
Somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their ranks. Take out that leadership, and they'll scatter.
The Blade of Frontiers has done what he can to help us prepare for the journey, and we are grateful. But it'll be a short journey if the goblins still own the roads.
By the Triad, there is only one correct answer. Refuse him, and we sentence these people to die.
Alright. Kill the goblin horde's leaders. I'll see what I can do.
Everyone in this camp depends on it. Thank you. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word.
Alright. Anything else?
Our time grows short. If Korga won't abandon her madness, then we'll have to try the road. Goblins or no.
Well, you can't let the druids force you out.
So long as Korga leads them, we'll never be safe here. If you're suggesting we remove her...
Oh, no. That, no, better to leave on your own terms before it comes to that. I'll help.
It's good of you to offer, but there's a whole army of goblins out there. We'd need an army of our own. There may... Somebody must be lead. The Blade of Front by the Triad, there is only one correct... Everyone in this camp depends on it. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word.
Yeah, good. Nothing else to say, though?
Our time grows short. If Korga won't abandon her madness,
no, I won't do that.
Then we'll have to try the road.
Tilsis, you have anything to say?
Sharp.
No, okay. Will?
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped.
Okay. Well, that's our kind of next objective, I guess. Find Halsin, kill the goblin leaders.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Very good.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up?
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you.
Oh.
And if I have, I can't remember them.
Well, that's nice of you to say. Alright. Well, that's Zevlor spoken to. And,
here goes nothing.
We probably can rest. But I'm gonna forget if I don't do it again.
This is a nightmare.
Or rather, if I don't do it now, I'll forget again. Let's get Starion back in the party. And, just have him run around and open all those...
Well met.
All those locked chests and everything.
Are you sure?
So I'll just leave Will here
and
for
just
the moment.
when things were warming up.
Notice again our camp is above ground, so it must be because when we're in interior cells, it makes the camp in the caves.
Need something?
Come along, Astarion. It is a little tedious having to go back to camp every time just to switch party members around. I'll just say that much at least, but anyway. Alright, I don't think we'll have much chance stealing anything down here. There's just a lot of
Don't be grumpy, Roland.
people around.
We'll get to the city soon. I am not grumpy. The scowl on your face would frighten a troll. You're an idiot.
I haven't opened that yet. I should do that at some point. And investigate in there. Alright. We should be able to open this without it being theft, I think. Let's just wait for it to quick save and give it a try. Actually, I don't even know if I've spoken to
with pleasure.
These two. actually quite hard. Let's get the rest of the party here, and then we can get Shadowheart to give us guidance. Are they coming?
Depends.
Yeah, there they are.
How many people are dumb enough to ask?
Never a dull moment. Best be on my way.
Actually speak to Zeph and Amik while we're here. I don't think I've spoken to them yet.
We could help each other. Fight the goblins together. Instead, these fools are trying to chase us away.
I have something to ask.
Heartless bastards. They deserve to have the goblins burn them out.
I think I did actually speak to them before. Alright.
Easy.
Yeah, let's add guidance. Ooh, terrible roll. But will we have enough? No. Just slightly short. That's alright. Let's not use inspiration on that. We'll just use another thieves tool. There we go. Should get it this time. Unless we get unlucky on the... No. Awesome. Cool. So that's unlocked. 4 gold, wow. That was certainly worth it. Now, I think there was another chest somewhere out here. Down here? I think it was down here. Should we try steal the Idol of Sylvanas? Probably not. That'll probably create more problems, wouldn't it? Ooh, what the hell?
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning.
What is going on here?
Suit the occasion. The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormyr, don't they?
Who the heck
Well
is this
met.
guy?
I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
Pleasure, I'm Astarion. Am I talking to the mouse or the cat? Why am I speaking to this guy as Astarion? Shouldn't I be speaking to him as Siegfried? I mean, if I reload here, will I, and then go there, will I stumble across this guy as Siegfried? Let's find out.
Parry, swing. One more time.
Alright, we'll just open this chest again.
What now? Oh, for a skeleton key.
Skeleton key? They have those in Baldur's Gate? 30, wow, we opened the hell out of that chest. Still the same 4 gold.
No
That's
time to
alright.
rest.
Alright,
On
now
my
let's
way.
run over to that other place. Was he standing there and I just didn't see him? I don't think he was standing... there wasn't anyone there. Just appeared out of nowhere. Okay. Oh, he's going to talk to Siegfried now. That's better.
My,
Rather do it as my main
what
character.
What manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning. What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
Pleasure, I'm Siegfried. Am I talking to the mouse or the cat? Pretty words, if you want to threaten me, don't disguise it. Walk away while you still have legs to walk with. Am I talking to the mouse or the cat? It's a bit coy. Yeah, I'm Siegfried.
Charmed, I'm sure, in more ways than one. We should have a chat, you and I, but not here. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come.
Okay. What the hell? Where am I? What manner of trickery is this?
Somewhere.
Can you be more specific than somewhere?
The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
What makes you say that?
Call it a ninth sense.
Oh, you're a demon or a devil. That shouldn't come as a surprise.
What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
What makes you think I need saving? Or should I just draw my weapon? Why would you help me? Well, only to get something. Devils always have a ulterior motive. I don't care what you are, I care what you want. That's true, but let's not be blunt about it. What makes you think I need saving?
Come now. Why play hard to get when you're in deep over your tadpoled head? One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all, like that.
I'll do anything to get rid of the tadpole. Yeah, not quite. You're mad if you think I'll make a deal with the devil, then fix it or die at my hand. No, I serve an oath, not a devil. My honor is not for sale.
Everything is for sale. And you do well to sell while your stock has value. In desperate times, the price of honor plummets. Perhaps you haven't yet realized how desperate these times are. You will. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
Take me back after that. I never want to see you again. I'll rip out your mocking tongue. And if I do want to take this deal, how would I find you? Well, that's not an option. No, I'll have the last laugh in the end, you filthy devil.
I've always wondered what a laughing mind flayer sounds like. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Well, that was an interesting and unexpected encounter.
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Well, this gets better and better. Shop around, he said. He seems sure we won't find anything. And he might be right. We've had no luck so far.
Well, we'll have to cross that bridge. If you want to sell your soul, be my guest. He's not. We still have options. No, he's not right. We still have options.
Maybe. But all that, take your time, I'll wait, nonsense. He's playing with us. He reminds me of, well, someone I used to know. Someone I like to play with people. Creatures like them don't play games unless they know they can win.
Well, we're not his playthings. We'll show him that.
Maybe. But he's not the only one spinning a web for us. This is no ordinary mind flayer parasite. Who tampered with it, and why? What do they have planned for us? And why are we important enough that a devil comes knocking on our door? If we find those answers, we might have a chance.
Yes, indeed. You have any other comments, Astarion?
What can I do for you?
I don't know why the devil came for us now all the time.
Do you feel as flattered as I do? Fighting to dine with a devil.
Save failed Arcana. Why would I have needed an Arcana save? But okay, dining with the devil left a bad taste in my mouth. You're familiar with devilry then. You have a strange definition of flattery.
Believe me, that was a devil's equivalent of serenades and roses. Don't let his bluster fool you. All that talk of desperation merely illustrates his own. I think he wants something from us, badly. And in that knowledge lies our opportunity.
Actually, I agree with you, Gale. I'll remind you that when dealing with the devil, you always draw the short straw. All I'm hearing is conjecture. But what is it that this devil wants so very badly?
Our souls.
Oh, okay.
I suspect that's but his opening offer. Let me play the devil's advocate. The man is too eager. Do not dismiss his offer out of hand. If there's one quality all the denizens of the hells embody, it's ambition. Quality they share with many humans, come to think of it.
Speak for yourself, Gale, yeah. How do you propose we beat a devil at his own game? What do you think Raphael's ambition could be? Yeah, what do you think is his ambition?
The foggiest. But, based on the evidence before us, we can make certain deductions as to why he sought out our merry band. Fact 1, there's something very strange and very powerful about our tadpoles. Fact 2, a devil offers to take it away. Devils aren't known to aid mortals out of simple kindness. Whatever Raphael wants, we must be the key to getting it, along with our tadpoles. So, we say for now, we wait. If I'm right, Raphael will seek us out again, and when he does, there's a mighty bargain to be made. Remember his Cormyrean rhyme? Down came the claw. Perhaps we should start growing our nails.
The writing in this game is excellent, I have to say. Like,
go ahead. I'm
just
listening.
Excellent writing. Alright, what about you, Shadowheart? Surely you've got some comments.
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too. Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him?
Used your shared connection to read her thoughts. Help is help no matter the source. Honestly, I'm not so sure. He's a devil. We shouldn't trust him, simple as that. Let's read her thoughts. It's only a difficulty class 10. We've got a bunch of inspiration. Oh, don't even need it. Easy peasy.
Anticipation. She is testing me somehow. About Raphael.
I didn't need to do a wisdom roll to know that. Seems like you have a particular point you want to make about Raphael. Well, let's just call her on it. I mean, it's pretty obvious just from the way she asked the question that she was testing our response.
Actually, yes, you're right. Very intuitive. Clearly the devil was trying to sow doubt among us. I know people who work much like our new acquaintance does. You don't need a scourge or a rack to break people. Fear and self-doubt is sufficient. When actual pain comes, the victim's already done the heavy lifting for their torturer. There were no right answers with that devil. He was toying with his food. Us.
Who the hells are these people you know who do such things? I didn't realize you were so well versed in mental and emotional torment. I think I detected a note of admiration in your voice. Glad I made the right decision then. Well, who are these people you know who do such things?
Cunning people. Private. And very dangerous at times. Perhaps you'll meet them one day. See? Sowing doubt is an old trick. Watch out for it. And for Raphael.
Very obtuse, Shadowheart.
Fine. What's on your mind?
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you.
Heard all that before. Alright. Well, that was unexpected. I wonder if we go to camp, if Will and anyone else has any comments on it. Let's just get Astarion to unlock this chest.
Should be easy.
Oh, a 1. Yikes. Try again. There we go. Grunt. Oh, it's down there. Cap of Curing. When you inspire an ally using Bardic Inspiration, they also gain 1 to 6 hit points. Okay.
Step lightly.
Well, don't think any of us can use that.
Seen everything.
Because we do not have Bardic Inspiration. There was one more chest, which was up here. I don't know if we can. We'll have to go here, and maybe we can jump from here to here to here, and then there.
Trust me. How about this?
Okay. No, path is interrupted. Damn, okay, how do I get up there then?
Shall we?
Maybe the strat is to go up the elevator. Just make sure everyone's standing on it.
No rest for the wicked,
stuck in
I
it.
see. All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
You know what, actually, let's put
Watch your back.
Starion on this side, because maybe he can jump off while the elevator's going up.
Live in more interesting times.
Oh no, I get locked. It gets locked. Okay. So you can jump there. I don't think he'll be able to jump far enough anyway. Now he's actually stuck up here. You know what we need? We need Lae'zel to give the Githyanki psionics. So maybe let's
move.
go to camp.
With haste.
Should speak to Lae'zel anyway. So let's speak to Will first.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
The devil with the silver tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think?
Spare me the parables. I have no intention of bargaining with the likes of him. Yeah, well, with the right teacher, yes, we can. What are your thoughts on the devil, Will?
Refuse him no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost's always too great.
Don't worry, I have no interest in a devil's deal.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with. And then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure. But the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Sound like you're speaking from experience, Will.
Well met.
And as a warlock, you probably are. Alright, Lae'zel, comments?
This devil, Raphael, flaunts his paltry wings as if he wants to impress us. You saw the red dragon slaying his infernal kin above hell's fires, did you not? Next to a dragon, the devil's a gnat. When I am Kithrak, I will take my Queen Vlaakith his head as a trophy.
Bold words. Oh, we have no dragons. I found him impressive. He might lead us to a cure. Kithrak, what does Kithrak mean?
Githyanki knights, the riders that chase the Nautiloid. They are the commissars and enforcers of my Queen Vlaakith's will. Vlaakith bestows no greater honor. To wield a Kithrak's silver sword is my destiny. I will earn my queen's favor, and I will conquer every layer of hell should she command it.
Okay. Why were these knights chasing the Mind Flayer ship?
The Geich are my kind's mortal enemy. It is not unusual for the Kithrak to give chase, to penetrate the hells. This is unusual. But I'm not one to question the wisdom of my queen. I can see but to the horizon. Vlaakith's sight pierces the many planes.
Interesting.
Speak.
Can you come with us? I need to ditch someone from the party. We'll put Gale. Where is Gale? Oh, I left him. He needs to come to camp. I left him in the, I left him over there. Just everybody go to camp.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Alright, Gale.
How can I help?
Remain in
I
camp.
question the wisdom of that. I'll be here.
Let's grab Lae'zel.
Something's on my mind.
Speak.
Yep,
it is
join
done.
Me. Now let's leave camp. And hopefully... maybe I can summon the mage hand to pick up the chest.
Repositioning.
And also, I wonder what that key is. Magnifying glass, shiny key. Polished key found wedged into a blue jay's nest. Alright, let's drop a quick save. We'll try summon the mage hand up here and pick up the, Okay. Okay, we can move it. Target is blocked. Target is too far.
Dark times. And getting darker.
Alright, that... Okay, sort of working. Out of reach. Okay, well we need to resummon... How do I get rid of this though? Toggle summon grouping. Can I resummon it? Oh, it's only long rest. Oh, it's gone.
Onward.
Can she jump up there? No. But maybe Lae'zel can grab it from here though. By jumping here. Maybe she can jump further than or heck, maybe even come around there and then jump down. Except she's stuck up there now. Too far, path is interrupted. How's the path interrupted? What about there? Too high. Okay. Alright, let's try go around and then jump down. We will get this chest. It's the last thing I do.
Eager for battle.
We have to look after ourselves. That's what
Okay, if we go here and jump down, it's probably going to damage us. Yeah, 4 HP. Don't think there's any way to change that, unfortunately. Let's just do it. Pick it up. That's going to be even worse, 6 HP. Somehow can't jump onto that one for some reason. Well, we're gonna long rest anyway, so let's just jump down, take the 6 HP damage, and
Scraw, my injuries need tending.
let's not worry about it. Alright. Let's put that there.
What now?
We might just quick save. I don't think it's stealing, but
news, my friend.
just in case.
A crooked touch.
Nice, just made it. Very good. Cool, elixir of arcane cultivation, elixir of poison resistance, basic poison, and some gold. Very nice, and we'll just put that over here, and then up there. Can sit over there now.
Watch the shadows.
Very good. So what does this shiny key do? I want to steal that key. Oh, we can absolutely steal that key if we get the right. We just wait a moment for the bird to face the other way and then jump into turn-based mode. Oh, we could even speak to the bird,
How much
actually.
farther can I go?
Yes! Yes! This is perfect!
Does he have intimidation, kick at the bird, trying to scare it away. I don't want to do that. Oops. Let's just select Astarion now. Oh, who's looking at us? Oh, Apicusis.
What's
Okay,
next?
let's speak to Apicusis then.
Speak.
Back to Astarion. Oh, she's still looking at us. I'll just have to wait for her to leave. Come on, Apicusis, turn around. Go away.
Not now, Tusk.
Okay, there she goes. Alright, so let's stealth up into turn-based mode. Let's grab the key. We'll grab the wheat. Gold. Took everything, why not? Try even pickpocketing him. No point. Pickpocket failed. Okay. Yeah, not much point pickpocketing a bird. A bird. I will concede that. Let's exit turn-based mode. I wonder if he'll notice that he's lost his shiny key. He may not. Give that to Siegfried, and in fact the rest of this, as well as the gold, give all of that to Siegfried as well. Cool. You can keep the healing potions. Should be a button to consolidate stacks of the same item as well.
Looking ahead.
Alright, let's speak to Topaz.
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
Oh, he's still there, so he has no clue. Alright, that's fine, whatever, doesn't matter. Let's, yeah, we'll leave it there, guys, I think. In the next episode, we'll take our long rest, finally, and head out of the Emerald Grove. I think we've done pretty much everything we can do here now, so we'll need to start heading off in some other directions. I do want to investigate Korga by investigating the swamp. That's all the way down here, though. I'm not sure how we'll get there. We'll just have to see, probably out here and then down this way. Maybe it branches off. But we will work that out. We've got a bunch of quest objectives now, so plenty to do in the next episode. As always, if you're enjoying the content, you want to see more episodes in Siegfried the Paladin's campaign, then don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Helps me out. And I will see you in the next one. As always, take care, have fun.